everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I am here in the last Kingscraft season. In this season, it was a lot less advanced. We were definitely not as good as we were now. To show this was our shopping district then, and this is our shopping district now. So, obviously, we weren't as good, and I just want to make this clear that this isn't a backup world. We never cheated on this world. This was all survival, and I just created a backup. And so, yeah, I mean, I feel like we should start. This was a couple months ago before we started the season that I recorded in, which is the season now. All right, well, let's just get this started. We did the realm on 4th of July, and this was kind of like our thing. Like, we put fireworks, we did fireworks and all that, and we sat on the beach here. So yeah, this is the shopping district. So let me just give you a sense of the shops. We had stuff like this, so like we had bids for netherite. It was like 3 iron. We used a lot of iron in this for dark or shops, not dark oak. See, like 1 iron per stack. We would use iron a lot. I don't know why there's paper. This was like kind of the main shop. A lot of people went here. This was always sold out. The prices were bad in all the shops because we were not as good as the time. So this was like 8 iron for 1 soul campfire. But remember, this was we started this realm, like we started this season like the day after the Nether update. So that all that stuff was like super cool. We had Merchant Flea join the season at the time, and he was kind of making a ton of buildings like this. He's obviously better now. I mean, he has an amazing mega base now. We had someone named Claire or Skater Monkey Car who kind of left. Actually her house is like over here. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, this was her house. Okay, so this was Merchant Flea's base. It's like right next to the shopping district, but he actually he was pretty good. Like, he had some pretty good stuff. This was my bakery that I don't even know what happened. So apparently a bird pooped on it, but it also got exploded like really bad. Yeah, it was like 16 bread for 5 iron, which is kind of a horrible price, honestly. And a horrible food source, but yeah, it's kind of exploded and pooped on. This was the hunt, and I'm not going to read all the instructions. It was basically where someone started off with the emerald, and then whoever brought back the emerald on a certain time, like a couple days later, would get it. But you could PvP everyone, so if you had the emerald and you were on, people would like come and try to kill you and get the emerald, and that was it. And speaking of the emerald, I started a business that never took off, but we did make a bunker, the Red Tech Doomsday Bunker, and it was kind of for the Emerald of Death, or the hunt. So it was like, if you do not have permission to be here, then please leave. So let me tell you, before we go into the bunker, it's kind of destroyed because people found this, and we had the emerald, which is what you needed to return to win and get all the diamonds. Yeah, so we had a bunch of traps and stuff. Like, there was that over the water, so like you would die by that. So look, it was like, exploded. There was like battles going on in here. Here was like the check-in desk. We never really did anything with that. Here was our farm. We had like a little med space. We had a mine. We had some decoration. Don't know what that was. We had the cafeteria. We had our little vault. Actually, you know what's really funny about this? We weren't even that rich. We just liked everyone to know we were, even though we weren't. Yeah, that was our vault. Here was our the space where we kind of did everything. Like, this is where Cutie Cat Row, Waddles, and I were like planning, and like this is where we hung out to like make stuff for the hunt. So we had like potion supplies. We had like just extra armor and stuff in here. Actually, this was a trap, so basically there was a painting, but then on the other side it was just a huge drop. There wasn't of all that stuff. So someone would think it's like a secret base. They would jump in here and then they would drop and die. Here is a sugarcane farm. And yeah, that pretty much sums up this red tech bunker. It was pretty cool, and we had a bunch of fights in it that were pretty awesome. It looks like the redstone is broken, or there was just a side missing of iron blocks because people infiltrated it. So this is like the back of the shopping district. Nothing really happened here, but there was some pretty ugly buildings up here, like someone's ice farm. Like, this is just horrible. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the ugliest thing I've ever seen. I mean, look at all of these different blocks. These do not go well together. Let me just tell you that. This was like just some random building up here, and this was the Bear's base, although it wasn't much of a base. It was kind of just a bunch of chests. Over on this side of the shopping district, I made a little red tech factory, although I never completed it. This is the first time. I was like really into potions, so yeah. I want to show you our beautiful nether hub. It's honestly horrible. This is what we did at the time. I mean, look at this. I mean, it was a cobblestone mess. I mean, I can't. And like, look, so Waddles wanted to change it to concrete, and when he did, he didn't know that ghasts could actually explode this stuff. And so instead of replacing it with concrete that ghast exploded, it was just random blocks. So yeah, we had a notice board. We had like some nether cleaning service. This was actually my base. If you didn't know, my name's Nolan. So let's just pop in there now. Yeah, this is when, it was a long time ago, and I wouldn't be, what are you doing? I wouldn't be, like, let's just, this is kind of like the worst base I've ever seen. But we did have piglin trading, some just like dump chests, enchanting room with no bookshelves. What am I doing here? Yeah, this was actually, I built this because, like, if you don't know, Mumbo Jumbo in the beginning of season 7 had this, and I kind of like, copied him. I named it the Hobbity Hobbit Hole, which is like, let's just move on. I don't want to see this place ever again. Over here is Waddle's base, although his name at the time was Professor Plumbo 2, so let's go in here. Alright, it had some vines. It was like this kind of like just base, I guess. I mean, of course it's a base, but like, I don't even know what it was. His original design was, I think, yeah, in this lake, there was a tree. And it's going to be a giant tree, but then it was just too much. And, yeah, I mean, this was just what he resorted to. Where do I get in? There we go. It's kind of small, but it's cozy. Alright, step out of the portal. This is Cutie Cat Rose base, or Rory. And so her base is kind of unique. It's like a portal on top of this glass thing with a bridge and whatever this wood is. Yeah, it's actually a really cool base. It's like a divot, but like with glass on top, like some storage. She's always been an animal person, so like always animals. You know what? Rory, if you are watching this video, I'm going to torment you. Okay, that was mean, I admit it, but I felt pretty good doing that. Okay, so yeah, that's Rory's base, or Cutie Cat Row. It's pretty epic. And there's one more thing to go to. We just have to go through this very short tunnel. Made it at the end of the very short tunnel. This was something that Merchant Flea, the Bear, and me did. It is an industrial district, and it's pretty industrial. It's pretty sick, not gonna lie, though. I mean, we had a ton of wheat. You can just check our profits by this chest. We got a lot of potatoes, we got a lot of seeds, we got a lot of wheat. Yeah, let's just, I don't care. We were gonna do villager trading. We had just farms everywhere, not gonna lie, though. And we had this. I think I'm gonna kill myself after looking at that. Alright, and that is the end of the video. Of course, the realm is very small because this is the last realm. Am I making you dizzy? I know I am. Yeah, so obviously this wasn't the exact world. This was a long time ago, only last summer. But we have gotten a lot better if you just look at Kingscraft Season 2. So yeah, that's the video. If you liked it, you can like. You don't have to. I don't care, although I do. Please like and subscribe. Bye!